Hello guys, my name is Shot Treatment and I'm doing a VOD for the first time in a very long time. I think the last one I did was around March, maybe. I think it was, if I remember correctly, Pokemon versus Kimasabi. And since there haven't been a great deal of VODs done recently for Tiberium Wars, apart from some really quite excellent ones by Cybert, I thought that I would jump in and do this game here between Bike-Rush and Maze. It was from the recent Tiberium Wars League 2 tournament, the fourth one, the fourth qualification tournament, and we have Maze as blue, light blue, or cyan as some people like to call it, GDI, and we have Bike-Rush as red nod. So, without any more further waffling and whatnot, let's go and get the game started and enjoy the exciting action that is about to commence. So we have Bike-Rush being Bike-Rush and being in red, and he is going for a secret, not a secret shrine, well, I'm guessing a secret shrine, because he usually does. And we have Mr. Maze going for the usual standard, you know, barracks opener, rifles to scout, blah blah blah. So yep, here we go, a secret shrine by Mr. Bike-Rush. Nice placement of the secret shrine to make the shadows come over there. I always put it there, which is quite stupid because it makes the shadows come from here. So yeah, that's a little tip there for people if you want to get the shadows shorter distance so they can get over here to pick off NGs waiting outside APCs, put the shrine over there. So yeah, anyway, we see the engineer sitting outside the spike and two engineers going down for the bottom, and bike shadows will clean up the rifle scouts, but they will not be able to stop Maze getting into that bunker. But it should be okay, he should be able to walk the NGs around regardless. There we go, Bike coming in with his shadows there, managing to kill something, I think the barracks, before getting taken out by a Pibble on the watchtower. Maze obviously expected Bike to do this because it's what Bike does all the time, so he didn't build any NGs, that was good, and nice little use of the rifleman squads to clean up the running away shadows. That's pretty bad for Bike-Rush because Maze just, sorry, I'll continue that later, but yeah, Maze is trying to catch Bike-Rush off guard and kill the NGs, but he's going to die. Probably worth doing, to be honest. It's one of those things, if you kill the NGs then it's a free win. But yeah, as I was saying, that's not very effective shadow team harassment by Bike-Rush. Usually he does a lot more better. They need to get like a couple of power plants to really make it effective. And as you can see, Bike-Rush is now slightly behind. 2 harvests for Bike-Rush while Maze is on 4, and Maze knows that he's ahead and that Bike is on 2 spikes, so he thinks, right, I know Bike's not going to have a great deal of units, I can safely bring my MCV down to the spikes here to go and claim them, and because I know my Pitbull and APC have taken out all the shadows, which are going to be able to defend it. Well, would have been able to defend it, but not anymore since they're now dead. And yep, it looks like a big Pitbull spam is coming up from Maze to defend against the bikes and buggies and whatnot, which will be used to try and deny any engineers getting to these spikes. It's a nice little buggy there from Bike to scout out and see what's going on. And he's seeing a lot of pits, so a sensible man, which I know Bike can be at times, would definitely go for Scorps, because Maze has enough pits up at this point that trying to get a bike and buggy mass to counter it would not be cost effective. Nice play there by Bike, managing to force fire the engineers to kill them. That's $1,000 down the drain. Poor micro by Maze, not using his turret to target, then target. It's surprising how rarely people use target fire on structures, which you really should be doing. It's a very important thing to do. So anyway, there we go, one spike goes down because it got, whatchamacallit, booby trapped, and the other one wasn't booby trapped, so Maze is now on 2 spikes to Bike's 1. And yep, here we go, Scorps from Bike is the correct response to Maze's Pitbull harass. And obviously behind his Pitbull harass, Maze is switching for Preds, which again is the smart thing to do. but it's just making sure Bike builds the right number of pit bulls, and that's poor play by Bike, letting a little group of Scorps be separated from the pack, meaning they can be picked off by the group of pit bulls fairly cost effectively. Nice micro by Maze, not so good by Bike, not target firing and still not very good micros, letting Scorps die, and chasing that group of pit bulls with 3 Scorps, not the smartest move. Should really let his Scorps all group together first before trying to attack. Crane by Maze, figuring, yep, I've got a bit of an eco advantage, so I'm going to try and make it even bigger. Is that an APC NG? No, it's just a random APC, looking for scouting I think, probably looking to see for a flame tank. But yeah, here, speaking of flame tanks, there is a flame tank, which should be, I'd use the pit bulls to chase that, but I don't know if Maze has just not seen it, or he's just, I don't know, just going to ignore it, I don't know. But the other flame tank up at the top here, and well, 2 flame tanks, and I think Maze has been using a bit of like WW action, and has completely moved his APC out of the way, so these 2 flame tanks, there's no scouts up there to spot them. This APC here, which has not got an engine, has spotted this one, but not this one, so he is in a bit of trouble. But yeah, there's a thread taking out the spike. Scorps aren't really enough for them to engage. Second density from Bike. Got these 1-clicks out, which he does love. He probably wants to go for obelisk spam. Yeah, flame tank's taken out with this flame tank. 2 flame tanks on the MCV. That's going to cause Maze a whole heap of trouble. Maze trying to deploy and undeploy, force a bit of micro, but he's not going to save the MCV, and the MCV goes down. The pit bulls have arrived, so I'm going to clean these 2 flame tanks up. But that has probably set him a fair bit back. It's kind of lucky he does have the crane. Oh, and as I say, that's a second MCV anyway. So yeah, Maze is still really considerably ahead. Is he going for railguns? Yes, I think I'd assume he is going for railguns. Yes, Bike really doesn't have much of a mobile army at this point. He's well, he's got his Scorps, but they really won't be able to sort of fight in a head-on battle. So he's really on the defensive at the moment. Whereas Maze does have a few Preds and pit bulls and whatnot, forcing. I'm not happy with that Pred using it. Forcing the turrets is fine, but actually then allowing them to be killed by the obelisks is not such great play. Yeah, because he might, now Maze in a bit of trouble really, because he's, well, Mount Tanks usually will clip Scorps fairly easily, but he did waste a lot of Preds, and he has allowed Bike to get set up on this middle field, which you don't want him to be able to do. But obviously Maze has got this blue, and he's got this whole field here, but if, oh, and another flame tank comes in, takes out the crane, and that's it. And then, how many is he going to get? These 2, maybe? Yeah, those 2 refs. Obelisk again, so Maze is desperate need some Juggernauts here, but luckily he does have this whole field to eat up, and Bike is down a spike. So if you see, that's a little bit of half count, and that's 4 halves, 5 halves, 6, 7, 8 halves for Mr. Bike-Rush, while Maze has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which, well, that's a really annoying bug, but what are you going to do? Yeah, again, it's a nice play by Maze, using the pit bulls, sort of poking in, forcing turrets to go up, and not, well, he is losing pit bulls now, but yeah, it's forcing Bike to spend money, which he could be using on stuff like avatars. Yeah, Mav Tank's doing a pretty good job. So yeah, Maze has lost his tech centre as well. I think he must have lost to that. No, he hasn't. So he's got a new tech centre up here, which is upgrading railguns. Nice mine drop by Bike-Rush, and yeah, those Mav Tanks are gonna die. Yeah, Maze in the real spot of bother here. He really needs to have something to take out those obelisks here. He needs to get his Juggernaut numbers up. Where his pits, I think he just sacrificed all his pits over there, so he always still got some somewhere. I don't know if he has to misplaced rally points, and that is a really annoying bug. Mace really needs to notice that and sort of order them to get back to the refineries. what else is going on here? We see 2 harvests entering dead field by Bike, which is bad. He should be ordering to harvest over here. Over here, yeah, he should have probably moved a couple over there. Yeah, Maze really needs to go and get a few watchtowers mixed in with the sonic emitters to take out these Black Hand. Black Hand are really good at taking out sonic emitters, really frustrating, and rocket squads and whatnot. But it seems that Maze's Mammoth Tank mix, well, his Mammoth Tank's doing pretty good at taking down the sonic emitters quite fast. Not sonic emitters, so the obelisks quite fast, and the Juggernauts as well to support. And yeah, Bike-Rush is destined to crawl in airfields. More obelisks coming up, and Maze does seem like he's able to put down more refineries and get him a bit of eco, because he is now pretty much run dry on this field. This field to regrow, which is pretty good by him, obviously ordering the hardest off it, so it can regrow, and the blue is regrowing as well. Yeah, more Juggernauts going down, bad Juggernaut placement, good control by Bike to pick off the engineer. Gotta be really, really careful of your Juggernauts to make sure you don't lose them. Because obviously you've got to be aware of where their crawl radius is with your Juggernaut position, because if you know that they've got 2 MCVs, they can get 2 operations centres, that's there, then Obelisk can come up there. So you've got to keep your Juggernauts in a sort of position where they're not going to be hit on the front line. Obviously there, so it's a nice play by Bike-Rush. Now Maze in a real spot bomb. He's only got 2 Juggernauts and stealth tanks are coming in. Bike's halves really should be halving instead of sitting there. Yeah, the Juggernauts and the Sugmitar are taking out the avatars. Bike kind of overextending himself slightly here. Poor control there by Bike. Losing a stealth tank to a Juggernaut. But it does seem Bike has lost a lot of his harvesters on this field, or his harvesters are just not mining in the right place. But yeah, Sonic Emitter coming up again. Not sure if Bike sold that. But yeah. Another call, another... Oh no, it's not the instant double drop. He gets 1 down, I think. More Black Hands coming in, targeting the Juggernauts, which is not the... Yep, now targeting the Sonic Emitter. Yeah. Nice-ish control by Maze, squishing the Black Hand squads with his Mammoth Tank. A few watchtowers would be really quite handy at this point to take out the Black Hand squads. Yeah, good control. I think that was... well, I assume that was target firing by Bike-Rush taking out the Juggernaut. But now Bike is forced to abandon this expansion. There's a whole queue of harvesters here now. There's 3 of them, and another harvester there, which is probably going to join them in a bit. And what do we have? 3 Mammoth tanks sitting around with a Juggernaut. Where do we go? What's it? Just Bike's pretty much dead now. He's got his tech. Desperation Obelisk and Shudder to it here. But as far as Bike's best chance would be something like mass man spam, sell an MCV, go mass man spam, or even just go mental with the shadow teams. It's always worth a sort of last gasp thing, just go 10 shadow teams, take out an MCV, take out the war factory, and then try to go for the base race and hide your MCV. That's sort of a very last ditch strategy. It's obviously not expecting it to work, but yeah, it's pretty much your best option at this point, where the other guy's got so much stuff you're just not really going to be able to take it out in a head-on battle, even if he does spam men all day. Yeah, Bike completely out of their eco now, not got a spike. Tanks coming in to crush the rockets. Yeah, Bike's positioning his backs in a slightly better position this time. More defensive, but I just don't think he's got enough money to spam. He'll have to really pretty sell off everything he's got.
We've got the rockets.
To keep this going.
We've got the rockets.
Sold. Unit lost.
We've got
Unit
the rockets.
under attack. Construction
We've got the
complete. Our base is under attack.
There he goes, he is. Last ditch man spam defense. But yeah, Maze completely won. He doesn't need to build any units anymore. He can just sort of steadily sit around ecoing and then completely steamrolling if he wanted to. But I think Maze wants to go and just go for the quick win, finish it off fast. But yeah, Bike has given up, and that is game. So yeah, it was a nice little game there, nice back and forth, fairly even in the eco, which is always good to see, and it was a very interesting battle in the middle for the middle field. Well, obviously the middle field is in the middle, so the battle would obviously be in the middle. But yes, it was an interesting battle. Very small amount of units involved. Both players couldn't really get up big armies. Nice sort of pressure from Maze. Good defence from Bike initially. But I think the game was decided by a few little mistakes here and there. I think Bike's shadow teams at the start, if they'd done a bit more damage, I don't know, but little things. Anyway, I have been Shock Treatment. That has been a game between Bike and Maze. I do hope you enjoyed it. Just look at the graphs if you're interested in them. Their units, structures, resources, stats. Yep, there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this game and the VOD, and I might do more in the future. So goodbye.